Hello and welcome to another Overlord theory video, and today we are going to ask a rare but still quite interesting question. Could Momon defeat Ainz Ooal? Could the hero of humanity really end the reign of the undead sorcerer king? But before we're going to take a closer look at all of these questions, let me thank my Patreons for supporting this channel, as well as all users of the YouTube thanks function for making one-time donations. Also please check out my Catgirl video, it's linked down in the video description. Now with all of that said, let's dive into the most obvious problem. They are literally the same person. So how could Ainz Ooal fight Ainz? Because even if Pandora's actor would mimic Ainz Ooal, his stats would be reduced, and the gear Ainz Ooal wears is quite unique to him, and way too rare to replicate. Especially the staff of Ainz Ooal is not only unique, but a guild weapon. So how to solve this problem? Well, let's say there's a duplication glitch, and now there are two Ainz Ooals. The original fights as the Sorcerer King, and the copy fights with the gear of the Supreme Beings, including Touch Me's World Champion armor, Pero Ronchino's bow, and everything else Ainz Ooal used to combat Shaltir Bloodfallen. As long as the copy Ainz is around, the original can't use Perfect Warrior, while the copy can't leave it. So with that out of the way, who would win? First and foremost, the battle is rather disadvantageous for the original Sorcerer Ainz, because Perfect Warrior Ainz is an undead, meaning negative energy would heal him, and all of his insta-death spells will be ineffective. Furthermore, Perfect Warrior Ainz will be very wary about the goal of all life is death, so it's highly unlikely that he will be caught off guard, just like Shaltir had been caught off guard. In addition to all of this, Perfect Warrior Ainz has a variety of weapons, including those dealing crushing type damage, Ainz Ooal's main weakness. Furthermore, Amaterasu and Tsukuyomi, the twin daggers of Lord Nishiki and Rai, will deal holy damage, a deadly weakness for Ainz Ooal. And the wielder of the daggers, Ainz Ooal, because even the wielder will suffer some holy damage simply for touching the things. And Hoji's bow, Pero Ronchino's main weapon, also grants Warrior Ainz the ability to engage Ainz Ooal, the Sorcerer King, from a distance. So even if he can't close the gap between the two, the bow will prove itself invaluable. And to make matters worse, Ainz Ooal's main elemental type damage, called Greater Thunder, will also be ineffective, because electricity is ineffective against the undead. But with all of that said, Ainz Ooal has two great ways to win the fight against Warrior Ainz. First and foremost, he can teleport, while Warrior Ainz can't. So he can, as long as he has the mana reserves, dictate time, place and length of any engagement. And secondly, Ainz Ooal has his summons. Doomlord, for example, fights at least with the power of a level 80 monster, and for a short while it can increase its power even further, though then his fumes would actually heal the Warrior Ainz. The Elemental Skull could stay out of range in order to fling one fire spell after another against Warrior Ainz, while Ainz's greatest summons, Death Emperor and Death Empress, alongside Grim Reaper Thanatos and more, could cause serious damage, even in melee, to Warrior Ainz. And in combination, once Ainz Ooal has more undead on his side, then the battle for Warrior Ainz would be inevitably lost, so the caster Ainz would win this way, while Warrior Ainz would have a different path to victory. Now he could just wait until Ainz runs out of MP, but this would give Sorcerer Ainz the time needed to summon as many undead as he can, while leaving his MP untouched, simply because summoning is a skill. Instead, Warrior Ainz would need to use his greater physical skills and speed in order to overpower Ainz. Every time Sorcerer Ainz wants to cast a spell, he should be hit by Hoji's bow, in order to deny him the casting, while Sorcerer Ainz still has to deplete his MP used for casting. This strategy has already been proven to be very effective, simply because Ainz Ooal was denied casting 2 times, just by doppelganger Shizu, during the 13th novel. And given the fact that Warrior Ainz has a far greater weapon, Sorcerer Ainz might need to come into melee in order to stall Warrior Ainz somehow. In this scenario, Warrior Ainz would likely win, though with that said, even Sorcerer Ainz could potentially dodge an attack, which Ainz Ooal had also done against the Demon of Wrath, while being in a sorcerer form in the 13th novel. So it's not a sure path of victory here, since one summoning could turn the tide completely. So given all of this, I would give Sorcerer Ainz a 70% chance of victory, and Warrior Ainz a 30% chance of winning the match. And lastly, you might ask yourself, what would all of the NPCs do? Well, they would watch, since both Ainz are Ainz and NPCs can't attack Ainz. And with that said, we arrive at the end of the video. Please be sure to let me know what you're thinking about my hypothetical battle, and as always, I say thank you very much for watching, and special thanks to Arder Daddy Arder, Bad Guy Yi, Bad Burrito 316, Beezer, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Duckwagon, Dunkler Krieger, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Thiralshivan, Guy with Dead Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Lee K. Long, Legendarius, Lelouch Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Love Razor, Merovec, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Nope, Oh Hell No, Normal Toad, O'Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pantom, Personage, Primus 11, Rhinomere, Cune Caracos P, Shergox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Supreme Cheese, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc War Boss, Rak Ed Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito 27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, Xenokai, and Zonagon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all again soon under my next video.